screwed that up already.
Whiskey!
What's going on, buddy? I'm Eric.
And I'm Chris.
And this is Whiskey and a Hammock. Today we're with Tim
Daniels.
And Forefathers.
Yeah. Forefathers Distillery and Gunner's Bourbon.
And Gunner's Bourbon.
Jacksonville, Florida.
This is awesome. This is quite the place you got here, as we can see from the tour we had.
Right, yeah, so like, same thing. So we got to go back with Tim, got to go on a tour, got to see the operation. Tim, fountain of knowledge. Tons of stuff, right? You said what, you're chemical engineer, so you know your stuff.
Chemistry. Yeah, chemistry. I was going chemical engineering, but I didn't want to do that extra year.
Okay.
But I said, hell with after my chemistry degree, I said, time to go to work, and found right out of school, got a fantastic job with a place called Castleton Beverage Corporation, which was actually Bacardi rum. And found out what my passion was. Man, I tell you, it's a phenomenal industry, a phenomenal company, and that's how I got into it.
All right,
yeah,
awesome.
25 years there.
No kidding.
I've never seen quite a scientific setup as what we saw earlier today.
The laboratory.
Yeah, the laboratory. yeah.
That was pretty incredible.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Gunner's Bourbon?
Well, Gunner's is our wheat bourbon from the wheat state, Kansas. Kansas produces more wheat than any other state. Sometimes it's back and forth with I think it's South Dakota, but they produce around 20 times more wheat than Kentucky and Tennessee, and also corn. They're the #1 corn producing state most of the time. And so we figured I've got a place in Kansas, distillery there. We started in 2017, and so we're moving all of our bourbon, that aspect of it, not necessarily moving it there, but we are producing our Gunner's wheat bourbon from the wheat state, Kansas.
Okay.
There, and that's all we're mainly going to do there. And here at our Forefathers distillery here in Florida here, Jacksonville, we're going to be doing just mainly rum, and then our Patriot vodka, our black copper rum. Because Florida is the sugar cane capital of the United States. Right. And we produce more of that than anywhere else. So the Gunners, we wanted to have a taste similar to Weller's, fantastic brand.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan.
All the folks there in Kentucky are making good products. Most of them there are making fantastic bourbons. And so we, my 25 years experience making different products from bourbon, rum, vodka, whatever it may be. And so we liked the Weller's, so we tried to take that same mash bill and that same attitude and go that route. And so we think we did a pretty good job on kind of replicating that or making ours just a little bit better, as we like to say, and I'm sure Weller says the other thing. Just like everybody does. But we love it. It's got a natural, soft, creamy, we've got some processes that we do that we like to think that they're our own.
Okay, right.
But they're also, a part of the process you have to be a bourbon.
Okay,
And,
right.
So yeah.
All right. Well, then can we go over to the bar and sample some?
Oh, certainly. Let's do it, man.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, brother.
I like it.
So, made it to the bar. The long walk.
The long walk.
Over to here. So, when we try some of the Gunners?
Yeah, let's do it up.
All right.
So Gunner's from, where's it?
Sedan,
Kansas.
Kansas. Think of the car. Sedan.
Yeah. Okay,
And
makes sense.
Let me tell you.
And it's southwest corner? Southeast corner.
Yes, kind of southeast, about 10 miles from the Oklahoma border.
Okay.
Beautiful old.
Beautiful building.
Yeah, it's 1904.
Let's see pictures.
Yeah, and I think it's on the website if you go to www.gunnersbourbon.com.
Okay.
I think
It's on
there's
there, too.
pictures of it on there, yeah.
There it
And that's
is.
the actual building, so. And Matthew, one of my boys, Matthew, and then Tim, they graduated college stuff, and now they're going to be running out there and taking control and running that
Really?
place out
Yeah,
there.
that's awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A chemical engineer?
No, actually, I went to school for finance.
He's
Oh,
busy.
finance.
Yeah,
Okay.
really.
Other one's kidding.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Other one's
I got
chemistry.
you.
I went to school for finance, but I guess I found the passion through him.
Of
so
course.
just being around it,
I
24/7
can't-
my entire life.
I can't push them
Do you have a
away.
choice?
Yeah, I can't push them away. They're the ones actually doing it out here right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, they're the ones actually doing it right here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then we're transferring it up there like we talked about before. So That is, we're going to transfer that. We got about 200 barrels right now. We're transferring up there. We've already got products we've been, producing for a few years now. We started distillery in Kansas in 2017, and slowly started producing in 2018, small, and now we're scaling up. And so we had to stop production there while we scale up. 1,500 gallon stills and 1,500 gallon fermenters and all that good stuff. Aging warehouse and all that good stuff there in Sedan. And so we had to bring the production here because you can't stop, because those barrels take 2 years of minimum and to call bourbon. And so now, but ours we're putting them out at 4.
Oh, okay.
At
Nice.
minimum 4 years we're putting them out. So there's a limited quantity. So we.
This is coming in at what, 90 proof? I mean,
It-
it smells, you can smell heat right off
Yeah,
the nose.
it smells hotter than 90.
Yeah,
For
I
sure
mean,
the
but
nose
it
is
drinks
good.
smooth.
Yeah. Well, appreciate that.
I like it because there's not a lot of those like your typical caramel butterscotchy.
No, it's
Like
not.
it's not. It doesn't have that.
Well, that's because of the wheat, right? The wheat kind of softens everything. You
A
get,
good creamier. Sometimes that wheat will give it a little bit creamier, a little softer. We don't have the rye in there, and
Right.
the rye. A lot of the bourbons will have a little bit of rye,
Right.
and that rye brings out a little bit of that spicy, kind of peppery,
Yep.
kind of sharper notes, and which is good if you want that. But we just have that little bit of malted barley that goes on the end, and of course a higher wheat,
You said red wheat.
red wheat. We look at red hard winter wheat or hard
Okay.
red winter wheat, and soft red winter wheat, and then there's our white. There's a white wheat that we hard white wheat winter wheat, and there might be a blend of those a certain way, but that's kind of our own little thing.
Right.
But it's the red wheat. We
Awesome.
like to say the red wheat.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the majority of it. Obviously, most of it's corn. You have to have at least 51% to call it bourbon.
Right.
But then we're higher on our mash bill with the wheat than I think a lot of folks are.
Oh, yeah? So what percent wheat?
34.
34? Oh, okay. No?
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the better wheaters I've had for sure.
Yeah.
No? Yeah,
It's
you know,
solid.
it has
Yeah,
good
it's good.
flavor.
Real good.
Smooth. It's in the palate. Yeah, taste has some notes and tasting notes to it that kind of
Different.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
different.
I like
That's
that.
that's a good difference or a bad?
Good different. Definitely good different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely. I'm already on.
Well, here, have some more. You know,
Oh.
drink as much as you want. It's a rainy day on a Saturday, and there's always plenty to drink around here, right? So,
Just a few things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, and you obviously you do rum, vodka, and you also have what, the ox box?
Oxbox, that's our 120 proof corn bourbon,
Okay.
and almost 100% corn, but 95 to 90, little change here and there. But it's a you can try that. Let's try that if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's 120 proof, but it goes down a lot softer.
Is this open
than
already?
yeah, it's open already. A lot softer than people think. Like 120. What the hell?
Right.
Gonna kill you. But not necessarily. I gotta try that one. I gotta take a good one, which I shouldn't have in when I'm tasting it.
Right.
But what do you think, Matt? You
Oh,
gotta
the
go
gunners?
back
No,
to work.
no.
He's got to go back to work, I guess.
All right.
Used to it.
What?
Not too
You
much.
don't have me tasting it sometimes at like 8 a.m. Like, is that taste right? I'm like, oh, I already got a drink.
Right.
Spit it back out though.
what an industry, right?
Right.
As we've done a couple of these where the guys are like, yeah, 5 a.m. come in here, I got to do 15 samples.
Yeah.
Like, you take 15? He's like, well, I spit them all out. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
That's
it's tough job.
Yeah, right?
What else do you, a job where you got open liquor bottles on your desk?
Right?
You know, and,
Exactly. Yeah.
I
That's,
worked for Bacardi. It was 25 years. It was kind of funny. People, they're not used to that. It's like the beer guys, having beer all over, and so it's kind of a different attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's like, what, 98% of businesses, if you can't have an open can of alcohol anywhere?
Oh yeah.
Right.
And you're-
Well, was it back in the 50s, I seen like, some companies had whiskey dispensers.
yeah, even beer. They had beer. What do they call them? Vending machines, like cigarette vending machines.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why it's, I think more companies would be happier if they had whiskey vending machines.
right? It's really good.
Yeah,
And
and
it doesn't hit like a 120 at all.
Like 120. Yeah, I'm gonna drink this down. No, I like to sip on it.
Yeah.
Any spirit that I drink, I like to just take a neat, no ice, no water, and that's kind of how and if I continue to want to keep sipping on it a little bit, then I know that, hey man, there's something here I kind of like.
Right.
And because some bourbons, rums, whatever, but mainly a lot of the bourbons, they have this kind of a finish with a thicker kind of waxy kind of a feel on the tongue and the mouth, and good, bad, whatever. But to me, I don't like that kind of waxy finish, with the the heavier, fatty acids and stuff. Okay. So we kind of tried to produce this so that we have more of the lighter esters versus the for the fruitier notes and all that kind of stuff versus the along with the aging process, and everybody knows how the bourbon's aged, and so I think that's there's some aspect to it on our product, along with again our process.
Do you notice a significant change if you add water or ice to it? Does it change the profile that much?
Yeah, I mean, and that's a lot of spirits, most any spirit.
Yeah.
If you don't chill that water down, or even if you do, that both times either way, it's going to have a little bit different, a bouquet, if you want to call it, that comes out.
Right.
Those compounds that are riding with are become volatile, if you will, lower ABV, whatever. And so, yeah, there is, but I like to see what it tastes like without any
of course
water with respect to how that water was produced, the minerals in that water.
Well, that was kind of the basis of my question, was you being a chemistry guy, you only put certain water in there because like the chemical dynamic of different.
Well, when we dilute everything with our RO, our RO reverse osmosis, system that we have, it cuts it down to nothing. We take and remove, every little bit, because obviously we're using tap water like everybody else,
right?
And then we bring that in and we remove everything from it and make a blank slate with our RO system. Dechlorinators first, sediment filter, RO water, RO membranes, and then the UV light, and kind of overkill on the UV light because nothing's going to grow in this proof anyhow. And so, but then from there, it'll go into our products. And when we're doing, we don't add anything to that water now for our dilution for our spirits. Cutting it from 125 or whatever, 126 down to 90, 80, whatever, 100. We don't do anything to the water, which is the RO water, so it's a blank slate. So all you're tasting basically is the product.
Okay. We can find, here in Jacksonville, we can find Gunnar's.
And most of your ABCs, all your ABCs.
What about the other spirits?
Those are Total Wine, working on Total Wine, and getting some of the others are relatively new. The Gunnar's is all throughout Florida. Total Wine, most of the Total Wines, but I'd say all the ABCs. I think it's going into Walmarts and the Sam's and your smaller guys.
Okay, awesome. What's the price point on the Gunnar's?
I think right now on the shelf it's around, I'm going to say around 32 to 35.
Oh wow! All right, yeah. Awesome.
And I think there's discounts. We've got different discounts and coupons or whatever that you can get simply for the people to try it.
Yeah.
And you've got all these bourbons on the wall, whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get somebody to say, "Hey, taste it."
Yeah, it can definitely be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Standing at the wall of bourbon or whiskey.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh shh.
Yeah. Exactly.
We get to
Well, see, that's why we do what we do, right? So that way we we pick them off the shelf, to review them, and so that we're trying to give back. We're trying to help.
Right. Exactly. Right? We're givers.
Well, we're going to take a little bit right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
No. Again, appreciate. Anytime you guys want.
Okay.
Because I think it's great. You guys are.
It's fantastic.
What you're doing. And not only that, the whole attitude. Love the attitude. Great.
So with that, I'm Eric. That's Matthew. This is Tim. This is Chris. Chris is gonna hit us with the motto on the way out. Deuces.
And the window is 300. And the glass is never dry.
Cheers, y'all.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That was fun. I liked it.